This video is going to explain what happened to me as I was diagnosed with a torn tendon, and how I healed it without getting the recommended surgery. I tore my left ankle tendon, and the medical field tried so hard to squeeze as much money out of me as possible. Yet, I was able to heal my torn tendon and walk again pain-free. This is the science behind my healing. I had no idea what was going on with my foot. It just hurt when I tried to put weight on it. So I assumed I sprained my ankle as I have before. I saw my family doctor to make sure it wasn't broken. He looked at it, did examination, and said, "No, not broken. Likely a sprained ankle." I've sprained my ankle before, and yes, this is what it felt like. Painful to stand on, pain when rolling my ankle around, so I agreed, likely a sprain. I kept thinking it might be broken, but I couldn't recall falling or hurting it if I broke my ankle. I'd know, right? So the medical doctor gave me some instructions on how to take care of my sprain. 2 weeks later, I had seen no decrease in pain. I thought a podiatrist would help me give a clear idea of what was going on, or clear up the fact it was sprained. The podiatrist took some x-rays and told me that my flat feet are the issue causing me pain. Both my feet are flat. Why is only one foot hurting? Cause you are over 40 inches, as the DPM said. Yes, she insisted. You need $300 custom orthotics. So I got those, and 2 weeks later, I saw her again because my foot was worse or at least the same. She told me to keep wearing them. It will take time. I stopped believing her, and finally, I did what should have been my first step. I saw an orthopedic surgeon who looked at my foot and had me get an MRI. Follow up with orthopedic surgeon, MRI showed my tendon had been torn. In my foot or ankle, I don't recall a fall or injury, or even rolling my ankle and it hurting. I still have no idea how this happened, but he wanted me to do ankle-arthroscopy, which is a laparoscopic tendon repair and debridement to fix me and get me walking again without pain. What is ankle-arthroscopies? Are used to address a wide range of ankle issues. There's a very low risk of complications, and you'll be able to go home the same day as your surgery. Most people recover in a few months after an ankle arthroscopy. Ankle arthroscopy is just putting a small hole in my ankle where he cleans out the scar tissue, and the damaged or torn ends of the tendon are sewn together. The surrounding tissue is checked for blood vessel or nerve damage. The joint also may need to be immobilized by a cast or splint to allow the tendon to heal. He told me I need to be off it for a full week, and then do rehab to get my mobility and strength back to 100%. The cost of this surgery after insurance was about $7,000. And even though a good outcome of surgery is very high, I didn't want to do it. Have already been dealing with this ankle issue for 3 to 4 months. I now have crutches, a knee scooter to use at work, and a walking boot. And I couldn't fathom how the boot would help me walk because I am still using the ankle. It still rolls and flexes with each step. Just now, it's in a plastic boot. I finally bought a knee scooter from Facebook. This would allow me to go back to work after being on FMLA for about 5 weeks. Which, trying to let my ankle heal, recall, I thought it was a sprain. The only thing I was using was the knee scooter. Using my knee scooter at a job where I walk a few miles daily was slow compared to walking. Worse was at home. I had a hard time climbing stairs or showering, or getting to the bathroom. I would debate if I really had to get a drink of water or use the bathroom because it was so hard to get around. I spent a lot of time crawling like a baby to get around my home. I needed to heal my ankle. I had noticed something during my time not being able to walk. I was gaining weight. I gained weight because I was eating more than I burned, so I gained weight. Simple, right? I was eating more calories. As I was trying to heal with food, that's what I thought. My body needs fuel to heal, and eating is fun. But getting fatter is not healthy, so I needed to stop. Well, diets don't work, so I would do what is best. Not eat for 24 to 48 hours, which was great, as it saved me time and effort getting food and I didn't need to use the bathroom, which was hard to get to. Easily done. I noticed after a 2-day fast, my weight would drop and my foot was better. A lot less pain, which meant I could nearly walk around my home. I still had a lot of pain, but it was a 8, not a 10. Why was this happening? But after I fasted for 24 to 48 hours and pain went down, I would eat again, and with eating, my pain returned. 10 out of 10. I did the fasting for 48 hours, decrease in pain, eat, return of pain. About 3 cycles before I realized something was going on. Not eating was decreasing my pain and giving me more mobility. What was going on? So I did some investigation on how to heal myself and what was going on. This is what I've learned. The body heals itself. It does this by several hormones. Human-Growth-Hormone is the predominant healing hormone. Okay, cool. Give me some HGH and heal me. Why don't MDs give you an injection and send you home? You can give yourself injections of human growth hormone, but it is a bad idea for two big reasons. 1. HGH is really costly. It will cost $5 to $10 per microgram of generic HGH. The typical adult will make about 400 to 700 micrograms per day, so a month of buying HGH will cost about $5,000 to $7,000. 2. Injecting HGH is not very bioavailable. Taking HGH by mouth or shots is about 3 to 4% bioavailable, which means you spend a lot of money and get small return. 3. Other complications. Medication or shots of HGH have lots of negative side effects, such as heart disease or diabetes. So, how can I increase my HGH naturally? I deemed the best way was to fast, so no food. This would both increase my HGH and lower my inflammation. This is why my 3 cycles of no food led to less pain and more mobility. My CRP was dropping and HGH increasing, healing my tendon, and why eating again brought back pain or decreased mobility. So I stopped eating. I leaned to add in some vitamin C and take a few grams of glycine, and I learned to take a few other nutrients to allow me to not eat and be just fine. Isn't glycine food? Yes, but the goal of no calories is to stimulate my body to increase HGH or human growth hormone. This hormone will repair the body, like my torn tendon and my foot. The way to lower HGH would be to stimulate secretion of insulin, and the gram or so of glycine was not doing that to a degree to lower my high HGH levels. Vitamin C and glycine are required to make collagen. Glycine is an amino acid and protein can affect fasting, but I found out that I was taking so little, about 4 to 8 calories worth. There was no measurable effect. The human body does not make vitamin C. There are other videos on the channel to fully understand vitamin C and why you need a few grams of vitamin C daily. So taking vitamin C is 0 calories, 0 effect on fasting. And glycine aren't enough calories to raise insulin or lower the increase in HGH that fasting stimulates. Insulin will lower HGH. Remember, by fasting, your body thinks it is starving and you will die from starvation, so you must go find food. But you aren't starving. You are not stimulating insulin to raise HGH so you can heal your body. Your body thinks, why are you not getting food? You must be injured and unable to go hunt or find food, so the body needs to heal you. This is why the body raises HGH. This will heal you so you can go find food. Fasting will raise the HGH your body makes 100 to 300% in 24 hours of no food. Go a week with no calories, HGH will go up 1,200 to 2,000%. Along with increase in another healing hormone, testosterone, which is slower to increase. Insulin is a response to high blood sugar, which happens after eating food, but insulin is also telling your body you are okay. When you fast, insulin drops when insulin drops. HGH will rise, so eating often increases insulin. Insulin is telling your body you are fine and can find food. You're healthy, so insulin stimulates your body to stop healing. So avoid food or insulin to heal. Understand, there is no on or off button. Hormones don't work that way. Example is hunger. When you get hungry and eat, the hunger vanish with a few bites of food or a whole meal. You have heard to eat slowly and wait before eating more, so your body can turn off hunger. The same concept applies to insulin and HGH. Insulin won't cause HGH to go to 0, not lower immediately. It will lower it based on how high it gets. 24 of no calories, HGH will increase 100% to 2,000%. This happens because your body thinks you are starving and wants to heal you, so you can go find food and not die, so you can pass on your genes. This is all basic human physiology that any medical physiology textbook will tell you, or look at my medical textbook, 13th edition of Guyton and Hall Textbook of Medical Physiology. So I started doing this. I stopped eating, took a few grams of vitamin C, 1 gram glycine. I entered the weight loss contest. Since I knew fasting would cause me to lose a lot of weight, I wanted to capitalize on this fasting. And since my injury, I had gained weight from being unable to walk and being bored, and eating is fun and food is yummy. Fasting is not fun or easy. The first few days, there are 2 reasons for this. Your body hates you and wants you to eat. It does not know anything except food makes you live and you aren't eating. So your body will signal your brain that you need food. Ghrelin is a primary cause of your hunger. Ever wonder why you get hungry around the same time daily? Or your pet knows when it is time to eat again? When you eat, your body will remind you the next day around the same time. This is when you eat. Your body thinks it's doing you a favor by getting prepared for food to come into the stomach. So you eat at noon on day 1, On day 2, your body is going to prepare to eat at noon again, so it makes you hungry as you near noon. This is caused by hormone ghrelin going up. So if you eat day 1 at noon, on day 2 near noon, your body is getting ready to eat again, but you are fasting, so you just endure being hungry. Within an hour or so, your ghrelin goes down and you aren't hungry. Until day 3, when the same thing occurs, only ghrelin doesn't go as high. By day 4, it won't go up at all. You haven't eaten at all. So your body is deep into a fasted state and HGH is sky high. Your body is healing you, so you can go find food and eat. Your body has no idea that you can find food everywhere in the modern world. Now, we understand fasting and how fasting will heal. But can I make healing go faster? Yes, which is why I took the grams of vitamin C and about gram of glycine. And I read up on other alternative healing like PRP shots. PRP shots are made from my own blood. Platelet-rich plasma therapy uses injections of a concentration of a patient's own platelets to accelerate the healing of injured tendons. The MD will draw out blood, spin it down in a centrifuge to get the healing factors. Studies show that the increased concentration of growth factors in platelet-rich plasma may stimulate or speed up the healing process, shortening healing time for injuries, decreasing pain. I ended up having 2 shots about 4 weeks apart. The first shot, I used my knee scooter in the doctor's office. By the second shot, I just walked in. No scooter, so things were great, but I still had pain when I walked. It felt as something was in my food, like sandpaper when I walked. That wasn't debilitating, but hurt the more I walked without stopping. Scar tissue. My thoughts were simple. In healing, my body had made scar tissue. So while I could walk with less pain, the pain I had was because my body could not get rid of the scar tissue it made. So I need surgery to get rid of the scar tissue. Of course I do. That isn't the name of the surgery debridement means. The removal of damaged tissue or foreign objects from a wound. I still didn't want to spend the time and money on surgery. Is there a better way? Yes. I started to take a cheap supplement called serapeptase. Research shows serapeptase possesses significant anti-inflammatory, proteolytic, and fibrinolytic properties. It reduces scar tissue, improves tissue healing, and supports a healthy respiratory system. Since I was still fasting, they had higher chance of doing something because eating will increase HCl in the stomach and that will deactivate the enzyme serapeptase. I use enteric-coated pills to avoid acid and for it to be absorbed. Otherwise, the enzyme will become deactivated in the acidic environment of your stomach and not work. Enzymes are proteins. I had no MRI and no science to back up that using the serapeptase worked. But in 3 to 4 weeks of still fasting, 5 out of 7 days a week, the total fast I did for 10 weeks. But over 3 to 4 weeks, my pain went away and I could walk normally. Here is a summary of what I did. 2 PRP shots, 2 different orthopod visits, 1 cortisone shot, MRI. Less than a year, I've gone from crawling around my home to just walking. My gait seems normal, but no pain. Most of the healing happened because I stopped eating and lost over 50 pounds. Increased substrate to help body make collagen, few grams 7 or 9 vitamin C, 1 gram glycine. I hope this video helps you how fasting will increase all healing. Look at my vitamin C video and fasting basics for more science-backed details on how to use those tools. Be healthy.